Ladies and gentlemen, it is 12:40 Central Time here. We are on our way to Louisville. Got Caitlin here, ready to take a fat nap. And we got our puppies in the back. So there's Riley, and then Teddy. Oh, there he is. Oh, he looked very creepy there with the light. They are ready to come with us. Our hotel allows dogs, so we're gonna leave them there for the NWSL Championship, Chicago Red Stars against Washington Spirit. We're really excited. Caitlin's got her Sparky Fire Run not playing this weekend, but Chicago out. So we are very excited. You can see I've got my stars on right now, and we are about to leave. And I believe our first stop's gonna be in Chicago. We should be able to make it down there with a good amount of charge, and then we'll be taking a route through Indiana. We'll probably stop at Lafayette, Indianapolis, and then we'll be in Louisville. So really excited. The puppies are very confused. They have not been on a road trip in this car yet with us, or
Teddy's very confused why he's still awake.
Yeah, they don't know why they're awake. They really just probably wanted to sleep. So we'll get on the road here and we'll document our adventure. We have arrived at Old Orchard Shopping Center. You've probably seen us charge at these Electrify America stations here. These are some of the newer style, which have usually been pretty consistent in our experience. We've arrived with 7% stated charge. We had about a 30-mile buffer on the guessometer. You just saw a drop a mile there because we're running, the heat and everything, because it's pretty chilly here. It's 38 degrees. So obviously that's going to have an impact on charging. If we take a look at some of our stats here, we will take a look at some of our data. You hear Teddy crying in the background for some reason. So we averaged about 2.2 miles a kilowatt over 78 miles. Not great, but obviously with the colder temperatures, and that's to be expected. So we'll take a look. So about average, is 2.8 long term, and then since our last charge, we're getting about 2.3. So this is typically around 3 miles a kilowatt. So this is obviously a pretty drastic drop with the winter. But yeah, we're going to check and see where our next stop's going to be. I believe it's going to be Lafayette, Indiana again, and we'll go from there. All right, here we are just starting up the charging at Old Orchard here. You can see it's obviously plugged into the car. Caitlin just clumbed into the back seat with the dogs, so she's going to probably be nice and cozy back there. Just see what we're charging at here in just a moment. Heard the contacts on the car, which means the charging is initiating. Here we are, 7% state of charge. You can see this ramp up real quick here, hopefully. You can hear it too. It's really ramping up here. It's very quiet out here. This is normally a pretty populous area, but since we're out here at about 2 in the morning, it is pretty quiet. And here we are at a little over 100, about 103 kilowatts, a little over 100. We'll go ahead and let this charge. I'm gonna check and see where we need to go next and how many miles away it is. All right, guys, we've been sitting here at Old Orchard for about 30 to 38 minutes so far per the Electrify America charger. We're at 79% state of charge. You're going a little bit slower than expected here, but that's to be expected. This is about our longest leg in the trip, so we're going to Lafayette, Indiana after this, which is about 139 miles away. The car is guesstimating about 150 miles of range at 79%. Obviously, this is going to be primarily due to the winter weather, which it actually seems to be getting a little bit warmer outside, so that might help us a little bit. But it looks like we just hit 80, so we're at 150 miles of range. Gives us about a 10-mile buffer, so we'll just make sure we're going reasonable speeds that'll allow us to get there on time. And just heard the clicks, so we'll go ahead and I was playing around with the ambient lighting. It was changing the red and the blue over here, so it looks pretty nice in the car. Caitlin's again in the back seat with the puppies. They're all sleeping back there. So we'll go ahead and unplug and get on our way here. A little windy out here. But yeah, you can obviously see it's please unplug because I had it only set to go to 80%. So we'll take the charger. Put it back here. We'll just look at the summary real quick after we put our cap back on. There we go. So yeah, it took about 38 minutes to deliver 58 kilowatts from 7 to 80%. So it's a little bit slower, probably due to the winter charging. I think it normally would take maybe about 5-10 minutes quicker than this. But yeah, we're gonna get back in, and we'll be heading over to Lafayette, Indiana. All right, guys, we're here in Lafayette, Indiana at 3% state of charge. About 5 miles left on our guessometer. I actually did cut off the climate control just to make sure we would make it. This is the longest stretch of our trip, so I'm glad that we were at least able to get here. So we're going to go ahead and charge up. I believe this Walmart opened at 6, so we might run inside while the car is charging. We definitely need to let the puppies out. They are excited. They don't know where the hell we are, but there's Teddy. He's staring at something out there. He's always looking around. So Caitlin, how's the road trip life going? She's just waking up here, so it's been a long morning, obviously. So we left Milwaukee at about 1 o'clock Central, where it's now 6 o'clock Eastern here. So it's been about 5 hours of driving. No, 4 hours of driving. I can't do math. It's too early. 4 hours of driving so far. Probably about 2 hours from Louisville. So we're definitely making progress. It's been nice, not seeing so many other cars on the road, mostly just semi-traffic. So it's ideal for, cruise control and just obviously making sure we're paying attention. I went the whole speed limit down here just to make sure we got here. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in. We'll let our puppies relieve themselves, and then we will be back on the road. Alrighty, we are plugged in here. Just swiped to charge on my Electrify America app. We're waiting for it to initiate charge. This will be fantastic once plug and charge is available on the ID.4, since then we'll just be able to plug in and go and not have to worry about making sure the app is working. So here are the connectors in the car. Click. So we'll go ahead and hit continue here. Just see what we're charging at, make sure it's a reasonable state of charge. I know we were having an issue with one of those other chargers last weekend on our road trip to Columbus and the Ohio area, where that was only giving us 35 kilowatts. One of those chargers was doing fine. This one we're already above 35, so we're not getting one that's limited here. So we should be getting peak charging or close to it here. Man, it is chilly out here. We're looking forward to the warmer weather. And look at that, we're right up to 120s, almost 125 kilowatts, which is the, advertised max speed of the car. And here we go. So yeah, we'll let this guy charge, and we'll probably run into this good old Lafayette, Indiana Walmart that we love and know here. We got a semi waiting probably for the store to open. A couple other people going in, so some early risers here in this Saturday morning, chilly Saturday morning in Indiana. It is cold with this wind out here. So yeah, really pumped here. I did get new license plates because my old ones were damaged from the accident I was in. I was getting some rear traffic alert warnings on the way down, which I think is related to the body work that's being done. There's still one part that they're waiting on. So yeah, we'll see what's going on there. Obviously it's not a deal breaker. We're still able to drive the car safely and everything. So yeah, we'll update you guys when we leave here. That's a pee or poop walk if I've seen one.
Oh yeah, there she goes.
So we're letting the puppies run here. You can see Teddy galloping through the parking lot. Obviously there's not much traffic here, so we're just letting them free. Oh, hi Riley. Hey. They're really excited to be at the Electrify America station, obviously. So yeah, in 12 minutes we've already gotten from 3 to 35%. We're still at close to peak charging speeds here, so we'll be pretty still. Let's see what the car is saying in terms of the odometer, the guessometer, I should say, not the odometer. And we'll make sure the climate control is on. So we're looking at about 74 miles in there on the odometer. So it's about 20 minutes left to get to 80. So this is actually some pretty good charging speeds here. It's a little bit faster than what we were getting at Old Orchard, probably because the battery is really warmed up now. Teddy, what are your thoughts on the Electrify America charging station? Oh yeah, we're just sitting and waiting. You're correct. That was a good one.
Ruse adventure.
Hey Teddy. Good boy.
Riley, come here.
Riley is our little puppy. She is still learning her ways, but they're behaving pretty well here. So obviously, again, not much traffic here, so good spot to let them run. So we're a little over halfway to Louisville. Caitlin, what are your thoughts so far?
I've been sleeping most of the trip.
She's been sleeping most of the trip, but the car is keeping us safe and is getting us where we need to be. Let's see if Teddy can make the jump.
I almost hit a sign once.
I did not almost hit a sign. We hit a rumble strip because I was checking on the puppies. Oh, good jump. So yeah, this is whether your dog can make it up if the seats are folded down. This is your quick review here. Obviously, it looks like they've got a good spot in the car. They love the car. they love our car so much. So we're gonna buckle them in. We'll go to Walmart here, just make sure they don't get in any trouble while we're in there, and we'll be on our way. Right, Rue? Yeah, that's what I thought. And look at us, we're already at 39% now, so even better. This is a great charging stop so far. Obviously, I wish there were more stalls here. There are only 4 stalls, and it's pretty. You know, when we were here last time, there were 2 cars charging, so hopefully there's not really, you know, too much of an issue if a couple more cars come to charge. One of these is slow, so in reality we have 3 fast chargers. I don't even know about that last one there. That last one is the one we have not tried yet. Maybe on the way back, but actually that's the one that's got the ChargePoint plug-in. So key thing, if you're using Electrify America, you do not want to block the one charger that's a ChargePoint, because if a Nissan Leaf comes, you'll be blocking them. If it's a Tesla that's coming, I won't feel that bad about blocking them in, because they've got their own charging network. But it's all about etiquette and just how you're perceived. So if you come back to a car and a Leaf is waiting, they might give you a dirty look because they've been waiting to charge. And there's other chargers that will charge our car. So we're going to get on into Walmart here, and we'll be on our way to. We'll probably do a quick charging stop in Indianapolis. We'll see if it's necessary based on the guessometer. Probably will be, but we'll see how it goes, and then we'll see you guys in Louisville. All right, so we ran into Walmart, got some gifts for the fam, and then we're at 74% now after about 33 minutes stopped. So we let the dogs out and took advantage of the Walmart that's right here, and we're gonna go ahead and stop charging, and that should be enough to get us to Indianapolis, and then we'll be in Louisville. So we'll go ahead and unplug once the car lets us here. It should give me a light.
Is it unlocked?
Once it stops charging, it unlocks it automatically. So, all right, there we go. There we go. Perfect. So our puppies. Oh man, there's Riley. She's and there's Teddy. Oh, they're just loving the ID.4. They love this car. All right, so we'll remember to close the cap this time because I'm really bad at that. I think it's because these cables are so heavy. I just forget about this piece here. So let's roll.
She's all stuck. Let me help you. Look at her.
Oh no, did she get tangled? Oh boy. All right. Here's Teddy. And we are about at 139 miles. We got the climate control back on here since we're plenty charged. 71 miles, so we're more than good there. There's my rear traffic alert issue here, so I'm gonna have to bring that back up with the dealer when we get back to Milwaukee, and we will go from there. So we're at 75% and on our way to Indianapolis. Hello from Indianapolis, Indiana. The sun has risen. We just got some Starbucks and we're charging over at the Electrify America charging station here. If we take a look here, we're charging 33% state of charge. We're at about 78 kilowatts, which is, I think it's acceptable. My car's in the wrong spot here because that charger was only capping us at 35 kilowatts. So that's what makes me think this one is charging at the full state. So this one should be good here. We'll charge it up. I think we just need to get about another 50 or 60 miles of range to get us to Louisville. There's sleepy Caitlin. Have you sipped your coffee yet? Not yet?
It's still really hot.
Here's Teddy through the tinted window, and then Riley is looking for her mom there. Getting all excited. So we'll let our good old car charge here. Needs the key close by, Caitlin. She tries to use the easy open thing, but my key is over here. So if I come over and I do it, it's got to recognize the key, maybe. I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't work. Maybe it's because...
We've had it turned off for so long.
I wonder if it's because it detects these cables too close to it. I don't know.
Riley tried to go over
And the puppy's favorite thing is to crawl under and say hi to us when we open the trunk. Oh, yeah.
Big snoofs.
What a cute girl. Hey, Teddy, there's your nose. All right, so yeah, we'll charge her up here. It's a little chilly still. Hopefully, I think Louisville's supposed to be warmer still, even though we're only about an hour and a half away. I think the terrain is different, but another nice Indiana Walmart, obviously. So we'll catch you guys when we're in Louisville. All right, ladies and gents, so we're charging here at 61%. About 2 minutes after we pulled up, we had a pretty cool sighting here. We just chatted with Jeff. Who is, oh man, I didn't even notice that on the front there. That is sick. that shows the charging state and everything. Oh, it's on both sides too. Wow.
Anyway, this is the new Hummer EV.
It's the Hummer EV. Yes. So I don't think that we needed to explain that, considering Hummer's literally all over this car, as we've seen in other reviews. But Jeff was just driving this from Michigan, and he is just driving and testing. We're here in Indianapolis, and he's just testing the charging. So he's at 20% state of charge. I think he plugged in at around 4.
This car is not released yet.
Nope.
Just throwing that out there.
This is a very preliminary. This is very preliminary software. So it looks like, based on what's going on in there, it's about 228 miles an hour it's charging at. Wow, there's only 753 miles on this odometer. So this car is like brand spanking new. He must have been doing some off-roading though, because look at this mud. But yeah, he's a super cool guy. He was he said he's part of the electrification efforts at GM. So. Yeah, well, it's very cool to see, especially, I mean, look at all this. This car is huge. Like, I need to put it on my wide angle lens for you to see this whole thing, you know.
Jeff told us it's about 9,000 pounds, he believes.
9,000 pounds, which is over, you know, double the weight of my ID.4 over there. So, yeah, very, very cool. I just wanted to, I don't know, actually. That's a really good question. I actually just wanted to look. So he's charging about 150 kilowatts, so that's pretty good. It actually shows an estimate on the time left, too, which is super cool. So I'm guessing this car will probably, I mean, this is probably pre-production software, so it might even charge faster than this, but I mean, that is a pretty good rate, especially considering he's plugged into a 150 watt charger only. I wonder what would happen if he were to be plugging into a 350 watt, but man, just look at this thing. I know I've got my wide angle lens on so you can see the whole thing behind me, but I mean, here, Caitlin, I'm gonna hand you the phone because I just want to, holy cow, take my picture with it. I've never been a truck guy. Let me tell you, if I could spend 100 grand on this car, I might. I just might, but I don't know. I mean, the ID.4, back to practicality. Is the Hummer EV practical? Probably not, for most people. I would never get the use out of a Hummer, but I mean, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to be able to see unreleased cars, for sure. It is very neat.
In Indiana.
I honestly am just kind of, I mean, we're in Indianapolis, right? We're like an hour and a half from Louisville.
Look at that beast.
That thing is just, like, what? This is the last thing I expected of my morning. We've been driving since like midnight, and now we are here in the early hours.
Puppies are trying to get our Starbucks food.
Oh yeah, of course they are. Yeah, I was just about to take a bite of my Starbucks sandwich, and here we are, you know, chatting Hummer EV, and holy cow. I wonder if not many people have seen this car yet. This is really unbelievable. So, I mean, it's exciting. I think GM has some ways to go with the whole Chevy Bolt thing. I think that some of the trust is out there. We were just chatting about that too. I told him how I literally was about to buy one, and then they recalled them. So he said, yeah, it's been tough to deal with that, obviously. He said I probably would have got a new battery out of it if I timed it, you know, a day or two earlier or something like that. But yeah, everybody who drives by, this is the second pickup truck that's driven by that's just taking an extra stop to look at the car. We had a Chevy Silverado come by earlier. He looked at it and was like, whoa, what is that? Now that F-150 just drove by. And of course, us, we're all you know, fanboy girling this car. So very cool. Obviously, still love my Volkswagen. I think the Volkswagen ID.4 is still the most practical. I think it's way better than a Bolt, considering it's the same price. I didn't want to tell that to his face, but I told him, I was like, yeah, we were looking at some of the other competitors, like the Nissan Ariya, stuff like that, and I don't know. This value of this car, I mean, obviously it's half the price, right? So it's not apples to apples. You can't compare apples to apples in terms of the price, but no, thank you, Jeff, if you're watching this. Thank you so much for letting us take a look at your car. Obviously, you know, they're out here on the road, so we can see them. Obviously, I can't drive it, but no, very, very cool. Here's another Ram truck. I think they took a peek, maybe. I think I saw him looking over. Maybe I'm just thinking it because I'm an EV guy, and I just assume everyone's really a big fan of EVs. But wow, what a time to be alive. We get to see the Hummer EV, and what time is it? We better make sure we're on the road. Okay, we're still making good time. We got to be at the games at noon. It's currently 8:30. We're about an hour and a half from our hotel. We have to drop off our dogs and stuff like that. So we're gonna get on the road because I think we've got plenty of charge now that we've, you know, chatted with Jeff a bit. But I'll just go and show you where we're at in terms of our charging state. I think we're only 110 miles away, and we got about 130 on the. We might charge to 80. I think we should charge to 80 just to have the peace of mind.
Okay. I'm gonna hang out in here.
You're gonna hang out in here. I think I am too. Let's go take a look at one more quick look at the Hummer EV. Leave Caitlin behind there and just. I mean, what a looker. This thing is just, this thing is freaking huge, let me tell you. I don't even know how it fits in this parking spot, which is just the insane part. But those lights are a good touch. I wish the Volkswagen had something on the outside other than the ID light. But look at that, my car and the Hummer all in one shot there. I mean, that interior console, I'll just take a peek here because Jeff said it was cool. Just like, check that out. I mean, come on, that center console, there's so much room. Got the cargo bay. What a cool car. That is, I mean, that's the last thing I expected to see in Indianapolis today, but very cool. So we're gonna finish up charging here. We'll be heading down to Louisville. We've arrived at the Aloft Hotel in Louisville. Here's Riley. She's very ready to be a nice guest. We're gonna take our stuff in, and we actually didn't need to charge since Indy, so I think we're gonna find there's a charger close to the stadium we're going to, and Riley is just excited as hell. Oh my goodness, look at these crazy dogs. All right, let's do it. All right, guys, we made it to Louisville. We just checked into our hotel, dropped off our dogs, and now we're charging here. And this is interesting. Louisville actually has some street parking EV charger spots. So you can see we're parked on the street here, and we got a ChargePoint terminal over on this side, which is pretty neat. So we're just charging, and the cable's long enough to reach the car. I'm gonna switch my camera view for you. Yeah, so we got a Tesla charging over here. Looks like they're visiting from Ohio. We're only about a block or so from the stadium we're going to, but you can see we're both charging at the same time here using the ChargePoint terminal. So this is awesome. It looks like it's Louisville Gas and Electric sponsors these, and I've seen quite a few of them around actually. So that's pretty exciting. So very cool to see. So we will be charging during the game, and we're at a pretty low state of charge, so we're definitely not going to be finished charging before then. But our hotel has some free electric charging, so with our paid parking, so we should be good. Any thoughts, Caitlin?
No, I was just checking to see. So sometimes we've used some chargers that tell us where they get the electricity from. So when we went to the Ford Madison game a long time ago in Madison,
wind powered.
Wisconsin,
Yeah.
it was by wind power, which is really
yeah.
cool. So I was just seeing if this charger gave any insight to where the electricity is coming from, but it is not. But anyway, I'm really excited. This is really cool.
This is
I like
super.
that we can just park on
Yeah,
the
I love that
street.
it's just on the street too. That's very interesting. It's
like that
definitely
cable
it definitely
thing.
could be more difficult. Yeah, that's the interesting part. Is this cable's kind of hanging over here. It definitely be more interesting in a more congested environment. I would feel like, you know, definitely vandalism could be a concern with something like this. Like somebody could come by and probably kick the cable or cut it or something really.
So you can't remove the cable when the car is locked.
Yes, you can't remove the cable, but they can still cut it in the middle if a vandal decided they wanted to do that. So, all right, well, we're here, and yeah, very cool. Thank you, Louisville Gas and Electric. I'm assuming that's what the LG&E stands for. So, I'm 99% sure. So we're gonna go ahead and plug it, check in on PlugShare, and yeah, I'm glad we found a spot here so close to the stadium.
Come on! We love it!
Our team lost, unfortunately, but it's been a great trip so far. So we just found our hotel. We're staying at the Aloft Louisville, which is like kind of around the parking structure right out here. And our hotel, I think, costs like $28 to park in this parking garage here, which has 2 free EV charging stations. So we're gonna let this guy charge. We're at about 56% state of charge from our charge outside the stadium by I believe it's what was that place called? Copper something. Whatever that distillery was.
Distillery.
It was a distillery. Copper, oh, I forgot what the second word was, but yeah, that was where that charger was. And yeah, so we're just gonna charge here. I know it looks like I parked like a prick, but these spots are really small. Copper Kings?
And Kings.
Yeah, Copper and Kings. So yeah, these spots are really small. So it looks like I parked worse than I did, I think, but probably could straighten out if I wanted to, but it's whatever. It's a BMW, a little i3, he'll be fine. So yeah, this charger is interesting. I think this is one that's also provided by Louisville Gas and Electric. Yeah, nothing to tap or anything, just need to plug it in, which is super nice. Level 2 EV charging only, just they had some rules to follow over here, which is kind of nice. So yeah, it works out. So we'll just go, I just want to go in the car, just double check, make sure it's, you know, actually charging. Oh, it's saying it's going to take 11 hours to get to 100%. So this is a slow charger. Holy cow. I think the other one was going to charge us in only the one that we found at the ChargePoint station that was a quote-unquote level 2 was only going to take 2 hours more to get there, but this is an 11-hour charger, so it'll probably be ready by the time we're leaving tomorrow. Definitely, we're going to let this charge overnight then, because I don't think we're going to need the car. We've also been driving since 1 a.m. I've been up since 1 a.m. Caitlin's got a little bit of sleep in the car, not very much, but yeah, so we're going to leave the car here to charge, and how convenient is that? We basically got free charging here. We won't have to stop at Electrify America. We'll see what our 100% guessometer range is by the time it's done, given our driving habits and stuff. We might be able to make it all the way to Lafayette. We might not need to charge in Indianapolis, so stay tuned. But we're gonna go get some dinner here. I think it's Merle's Whiskey. What was the place called? Whiskey Kitchen? Something, I don't know. I'm bad at names today. I've been up forever, but it's right around the corner here. So, yeah, my brain is kind of shutting off on me. But I was right, Merle's Whiskey Kitchen. So, say goodnight to Mr. ID.4. He will be charging here. I'm going to make sure I plug in on PlugShare and take a picture here to log as well, and should be good to go. Alright guys, we're just about to leave our hotel here. You can see we've got the ID.4 charging over here, or it finished charging overnight. Like I said, this is a really slow charger. So it took about, I think it was 12 hours almost to go from 53 to 100%. So it was really convenient. We were able to charge here overnight, obviously. This is not an example of a DC fast charger, obviously. So this is more like a level 1.5 charger, it feels like. It charged at about 3 kilowatts. I think this is only an 18 amp charger, 220 volts. So it's technically level 2, but it's very slow. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll unplug from this guy here. If we take a peek inside the car, here's our puppies. They're ready to go. We're just packing our stuff from the hotel, so then you grab their kennels. We're at about 191 estimated miles of range. So Lafayette, Indiana is about 177 miles away. So we're gonna reevaluate in Indy. We might charge for 5 or 10 minutes just to make sure we have enough to get there comfortably. And then today's my birthday, so we're actually going to be, we're making it back to Milwaukee for some dinner reservations this evening with my parents, who live in Kenosha, so that we're gonna be driving up. And yeah, we will hopefully see them on the way back. Holy moly, that is a loud car. Yeah, so we'll get unplugged here and get on the road. So once we got in the car and started it up, the estimated range dropped to about 185. That's likely maybe due to the weather. I'm not sure exactly why the guessometer would have dropped, but I think when the ignition is switched on, it's usually the most accurate. So obviously 100% state of charge, 185 miles is awful. This car is rated at about 250 EPA, and Teddy's sniffing my hair as I'm telling you this. I think he's whispering all the technical detail into my ears. Thank you, Teddy, thank you. Oh yeah? Yeah? That's right, yeah, DC fast chargers are better. Yes. Not for the car's battery longevity, but that's not what I was trying to say. Yes, our range took a drop. It's because we're driving, pretty much exclusively highway speeds. And we are, and the weather is pretty, it's been chilly. Like, this is about the warmest it's been since we've driven this car extensively. Like, it was in the 30s on the way down here to Louisville. And then what was it, like almost 60 yesterday here, but we didn't really drive the car very much. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll get on the road here. We're gonna just stop at the hotel and check out quick because it's right across the street. Grab their kennels and make our way to Indianapolis and Lafayette.
He's got a little mustache.
Stopped at Starbucks, and we decided to stop at the Indianapolis Chargers since it was so close to the Starbucks that we had stopped at, just to top up a little bit and get a little bit of a buffer before we get to Lafayette. And Riley is licking my jacket because she spilled puppuccino, a little cup of whipped cream on it a little bit. So Sorry, I'm watching what this guy's doing. It looked like he's going to back into one of these other cars charging. That's why you have a dash cam. Anyway, so yeah, we just charged a little bit to get a buffer. We came here with about, what were we at, like 30, almost 40%. And now we just charged 10% or so in about 10 minutes here. And we got up to about 96 miles left on the guessometer. So we're about 70 miles from the destination. So I don't anticipate that 25-mile buffer is going to change very much since we've been doing mostly highway driving. So we should be good to go, and then by the time we get to Lafayette, we should be able to take advantage of peak charging speeds. Here we plugged in at about, I think it was 37%, or no, was it 33 actually? I think we plugged in at 33. I'll have to double check what it said on the Electrify charger here. We'll take a look in a second. We plugged in at 33%, now at 50, so I think we're good enough to get to Lafayette. And so yeah, we were only charging at like 60 kilowatts, which is a little slow. I was surprised by that. I don't know if the car is not quite as warm as they want, but let's go check it out, see what we're charging it now. So there's our 50% there. This is the charger that was giving us issues, that number 5 there, that was only getting 35 kilowatts. So as long as we weren't getting that. So yeah, we're still, we plugged in at 39. Thought it was 33, but yeah, we plugged in so many times. So we've only been charging for like 9 minutes here. Not sure why it's charging so slow. I feel like it should be charging a little bit faster, maybe in the 80s, 90s at least, but it's all good. We got what we needed to do. It's probably just because it's a little chilly out. Not sure why I thought I hit help. Thought I hit stop. Okay, there we go. Please unplug. All right, so we'll go ahead and unplug here. We're gonna get on over to Lafayette, Indiana. We should be good to go. Stumbled upon our own kind. Say Pro S.
Oh no! Oh no! The truck!
Truck
No!
cut me off because nobody in Indiana knows how to drive. I'm telling you this right now. Hey, look at that. Mr. ID is speeding away. We're having a race.
We were gonna wave by them. We just want to move next to them to wave by them.
I think he was being slowed down too, because
Yeah.
you drive this car, you don't want to drive slow. That's definitely for
Okay,
sure.
zoom.
Zoom, zoom. No, we're going over the speed limit, so I don't want to. I'm sorry, we're not going over the speed limit. Law enforcement, don't look at my speed. Just finished up charging here at the Electrify America station in Lafayette. It took about 41 minutes to go from 11 to 88%, which is, I think, is an acceptable amount of time for such a low state, and then coming to the higher state of charge here. So we're gonna go ahead. I just realized I forgot to put down, or to close my charging cap cover. I'm so bad at that. After you grab the cable with 2 hands, you forget about the charging cap on this side. So we're gonna go ahead and get back on the road. We did just meet somebody with the same car as us, which is pretty cool. Here's Caitlin doing her, oh, she's not crocheting. She's on her phone.
I just sat down.
And here are our puppies. They're so, oh, look at Teddy. What a good boy. But yeah, so they're having fun per usual. Sun's finally come out here, so we see our nice blue sky through the moonroof, which is the first time we're seeing, did I call it is it a moonroof or sunroof, you think? Probably both.
There's a specific word for it.
I know
It's
it's
a roof.
panoramic
Panoramic
glass roof, I think is what Volkswagen calls it. Whatever. It is what it is. But here we are. So on the guessometer here, we're at 88% of charge, and it's guesstimating 166 miles. You can see I just had a parrot on my shoulder there. That was pretty cute. Yeah, look at us, almost to 10,000 miles on this car already. Wow, we actually, I think we're gonna hit 10,000 on our way home, because we are about 140 miles on our way to the next stop, and then yeah, we're gonna hit 100 for sure. These are at 98.30 right now. So did I say 100 and then 10,000?
10,000.
Guys, it's been a long weekend. It's been a long weekend.
We're ready to go home.
Definitely had enough sleep to charge and the such, but you know, puppies are excited to probably be home, and there we go. Look how good they look because of the light coming from the roof. They're just thriving back there with their little bed and all that good stuff. So we're gonna get on the road so we can get home, and I've got birthday dinner reservations at 5:30 Central. So it's 2:30 Eastern right now. I think we should be able to get home in time for that. So away we go. Hello again. We are back in Chicago, or Rosemont, Illinois to be more specific, at the Fashion Outlets of Chicago, at the Electrify America charging stations. We got Teddy and Riley in the back seat still, of course. We didn't lose them. Got Caitlin here still crocheting, doing her stuff. Oh, that's right, the ignition turned off, so my light's turned off. All right, so we're here to charge. This should be our last charging stop before Milwaukee. We cut this guy pretty short here, so we're at 8% with about 15 miles left to go. So we'll go ahead and charge up probably all the way to 80 here, just to make sure we have enough charge to get back and then some, since we do have those dinner plans tonight. But yeah, here we are. Quick tutorial. This is some really important stuff, guys. If you're gonna own an electric car, don't be this guy. Don't be this Tesla who decides to park at an Electrify America station, not be plugged in. Just dude, you have nothing. You have no excuse for this. I mean, this is the equivalent of parking a gas car at one of these. Granted, all of these are open, but you can't abuse these parking spots here. You got to be actively charging. So that's just not cool. So don't be a Tesla owner. And unfortunately, I do see a lot of, well, you can be a Tesla owner if you want to, but if you're going to be a Tesla owner, please don't do this. That is just, it's very inconsiderate. Like, let's say all the rest of the stalls are full, and the Tesla's parked here, not charging. It's not cool. You know, it's the equivalent of, you know, parking your car at a gas pump and leaving it there while you run and do your errands. So don't do that. Don't be an icer. ICE stands for internal combustion engine. You don't want to ice these spots. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get charged here so we can get home. Looking forward to it again. Second road trip in 2 weeks, so it's a lot of stuff. So very busy, keeping us busy and exhausting us for sure. So we'll catch you guys on our way back. We had a little Electrify America drama over here. So we're charging successfully now, but we tried 2 different chargers that would not work with the app, and this charger that I just started to get working here also was not working with the app for a second. So I unplugged and replugged in. Not sure if it was a communication issue with my phone and reception, or if it was an Electrify America issue. That's unclear. I was actually on the line with Electrify America, waiting on hold for about maybe 2 minutes or so, and then I just tried to plug again and tried to activate with NFC, and it worked. So I don't know if it was an issue with activating from the app with the swipe to charge or what it was, but yeah, we are on our way here. So we are just trying to see if we can find a grassy spot here, because there's just a lot of cement and a lot of traffic for us to be crossing the street here. People are whipping around this roundabout pretty quickly, so we're gonna find a spot. Maybe we can walk out this way and see if there's some grass or something for the dogs, and we're gonna let the car charge here. But you can see, I think we plugged in. What do we plug in at? Let's take a look. I think we were at like 8%. Yep, plugged in at 8%. We're charging 127 kilowatts. So there we go. Yeah, we're already 3% in a minute, so that's pretty good. But yeah, so this Tesla is still being a bad EV owner here, but you know, we're that's just, it's so annoying when Teslas do that. I've seen them do that at Electrify America stations. I mean, it clearly states on the sign, no parking except while charging. Maybe they just see the EV parking only sign. Don't look at the one above it. I don't know. I just don't think there's an excuse for it. I mean, people should be able to read and speak English if they're parking their car in a parking structure like this. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let the car charge, and we'll get back to you. All right, guys, so we charged from 8% to 70 in about 28 minutes, so not too bad, but we're just ready to go. So we should be able to get home, no problem. We got 133 miles of range left, and I believe home is only about 60, maybe 70 miles away, so we'll be plenty good there. And then we'll consider this trip complete. So we'll report back with what we ended at when we get there. Just tired and ready for our birthday dinner reservation. The dogs also say hi again, of course. They're always excited when we come back to the car. We leave the climate control on for them. Don't worry, we're not bad dog owners. But yeah, this station's really bad for if you have dogs. So I'm gonna have to add that to plug share, because there's no way you can get to a grassy spot without crossing several lanes of traffic. And we did do that, but we had to wait quite a bit, and these cars drive fast through these parking garages like they shouldn't be doing. So just something to point out for people, you know, road tripping. I always like to add those types of details to plug share. It's just good for people to know, because obviously here it's really, you're only supposed to get access to the mall when you're charging here, which is kind of unfortunate. I don't know why Electrify America, I mean, I get why they put it in here, especially it's great if you want to eat or shop, but not great if you're road tripping, because you have to go through all this traffic and everything too. So it's the northernmost location, or else we would have probably picked something else. Northernmost location off 294 up to Wisconsin. Oh, there's Riley squeaking something back there. What do you got, Rue? What do you got? She got something. Teddy, what does she have? He doesn't care. All right, well, we're on our way back then. See you guys. All right, so we are back in Milwaukee. We just dropped off our puppies so we can make our dinner reservation with my parents for my birthday. And these are our final stats from our drive. We just left our apartment. It's only maybe a mile from here, so got average about 2.3 kilowatts, miles per kilowatt, excuse me, with approximate speed of 56 miles an hour, 404 miles from Louisville. It took us about 7 hours of pure driving, so I'm not sure if that takes into consideration, I don't think that takes into consideration the charging stops. I think that it probably just took us more because we did run into a little bit of traffic. It's only about a 6-hour drive. I wonder if that traffic just slowed us down enough that it caused that. We also drove a little bit out of the way, but thank you guys for tuning in. I just wanted to give you the whole synopsis of our trip.
Oh, should we show them the big moment?
What big moment? Oh, yes, we did hit a milestone. Yes, that took me a second. We hit over 10,000 miles on the car. I bought the car when there was about 4,400 miles on it, and played the car for almost 3 months now. It's about 2 months and maybe 3 weeks I've had the car for. So, yeah, big occasion, big celebration. Great car. Still doing great besides the accident and everything since then. So. Thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Hopefully, you found the Hummer portion of our video very cool. I definitely thought so. That was definitely unexpected. That was very cool to at least even see it in person. Obviously, you couldn't test drive it, but it was still very cool. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for more fun videos. And if you guys have questions or ideas for topics on future videos, please let us know as well. We're obviously pretty new at this, and our camera production quality will hopefully get better as we maybe get a like a stabilizer, maybe a GoPro or something like that. But yeah, your support means a lot. So thank you for watching. See you guys.